Nordstrom beating third quarter estimates, boosted sales of women's apparel and activewear. Joining us now to break down all things Nordstrom plus the rest of this retail landscape that we've heard from this week, Dana Telsey, Telsey Advisory Group CEO and Chief Research Officer. Dana, great to have you here with us this morning. Just want to get your outlook as we kick off the busy holiday shopping season this weekend.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Yes, I think the outlook for the season, I think it'll be a respectable season. But really, we've seen it begin much earlier when Best Buy had their advertisements in September talking about the holiday season in September, coupled with the fact that you had Amazon, Walmart, and Target having their big days in October. And now, I don't know about you, but I'm getting emails flooding my inbox and texts of all the deals that are out there. With a compressed season, 5 fewer days between Thanksgiving and Christmas, the time is now to capture that consumer and convert. And you're right, what we've been seeing in earnings, Nordstrom was better than expected. You take a look at the acceleration that they had from the second quarter to the third quarter of women's apparel, men's apparel. They had terrific sell-through of brands like Veronica Beard and Vince. So newness works. You saw it in Abercrombie's results, who beat and raised, and even take a look at Gap, who showed improvement too.
Dana, then who is best positioned this holiday season, given some of the trends that you were just mentioning? I know you're positive on A&F, but what are some of the other names that you think are going to work this holiday season?
I think innovation and value is what works. I think companies like Birkenstock, check out the new closed-toed shoes. I think Ralph Lauren, who has a wider appeal to other age groups. I think Deckers, continuing with UGG and Hoka. I think that'll be a winner too. And value. Look at the off-pricers. TJX, whether it's their home goods concept or TJ Maxx. And you know what else? Take a look at Tapestry with the Coach brand. Their average unit retail selling price continues to increase. And the reason why? They've got newness in goods that people want.
Is newness enough for the resiliency narrative for the consumer to continue forward?
It is. Newness is what matters the most, but you know what? You need to marry it with something. Almost every retailer and brand has increased their marketing. Social media marketing is effective. The awareness is extensive. And I think marrying that with keen product is what boosts awareness and drives sell-through.
Dana, you just mentioned a Tapestry, just going back to the fact that they dropped the deal with Capri. How does that then set up, not so much Capri, but more Tapestry there for going ahead? Are they going to be able to continue to compete with some of those larger names?
I think they will. I think overall what happened is the fact that now Michael Kors is in a weakened state. It only continues to allow the Coach brand to gain share. And look what happened on the balance sheet side. The minute after the deal closed, they announced a significant share buyback program. So the balance sheet remains very strong. And now the focus is, if you have to say what needs to be improved, it's the Kate Spade business that we're watching very closely with the arrival of a new CEO.
You know, as we're thinking about the retail sector more broadly here, Macy's out with their preliminary results this week, plus disclosing an accounting error. As you're really looking through what those preliminary results spell out for this company, you know, what does the timeline look like for a revamped, a reinvigorated Macy's?
So you can call it a revamp, you can call it the new modern Macy's, the bold new chapter strategy that CEO Tony Spring is putting in place. Definitely given his tenure at Bloomingdale's, look what he's doing, looking to make a more differentiated Macy's that's out there. The November business picked up, and overall for retail, everyone was impacted by the warmer weather that took place during late September, picked up as the weather cooled and became more seasonal. That's a positive for Macy's also. So the revenues were essentially in line. Also, what you've seen is the Bloomingdale's business, the Bluemercury business has been solid, but everyone is impacted by that core customer who's being more careful with their dollars in that middle income type of stream. So I think you're going to see the level of promotions continue to be very carefully managed at Macy's in order to drive that sell-through. With the delivery expense accrual issue, they'll be reporting their full earnings sometime before or on December 11th. We're waiting to hear more there. It's a work in progress, And Tony, who's had such great success at Bloomingdale's, is bringing some of that insight and knowledge into Macy's in order to extend the reach.
Yeah, Dana, Macy's CEO was asked by our very own Brooke DePalma at our Invest conference just about the headwind of tariffs. That's been a common thread throughout this earnings season. We've heard a number of retailers starting to weigh in just a bit, and very much it seems to be uncertain, rightfully so, at this point. I'm curious how big of a challenge you view potential Trump tariffs being to the retail sector.
It's significant. While every retailer and brand has diversified their sourcing from China, you still have China exposure, and it continues the focus on being reduced. Whether it goes to Vietnam, whether it goes to South America, that is the focus. But it's a headwind. Look what the NRF put out, that it could impact consumer spending by nearly $80 billion and require apparel companies to raise their prices by a double-digit amount. It is a headwind. It's not good for the consumer because it causes prices to be raised. And also, for many, the ability to garner that expertise in manufacturing goods is it just too expensive, and we don't have it here in North America.
Just real quick, one word answer, basically. Which company is the best positioned to outlast any tariff threats of the retail environment?
It's the off-pricers. The off-pricers always have a pricing umbrella that's below everyone else. They'll continue to be a share winner and a traffic gainer.
All right, Dana Telsey, always great to have you on. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us here and for your insight.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.